brother to lead a beam knows the trend. We all need to understand. Let's make a stand. Follow the program now on social platforms. Wow, just get informed, my friend. It never ends. You need to know. We all need to know.
I need to know, I need to know, I need to know. You need to know, you need to know, you need to know. We all need to know. What do you need to know? What do I need to know? What do we all need to know? There is a Bible verse that many churches, if not all, are using, especially during the time of giving. Time of sowing time, giving time is a blessing time, or giving, maybe you are giving your tithe, you are giving your offering, you are giving this, you are giving that. Many churches do quote this place. Well, is it wrong to quote it? No. Is it right to quote it? No. So, you can quote it, but what is the motive behind the reason why you are using it to during the time of giving? So the Bible verse is the book of Luke chapter 6 verse 38. Luke chapter 6 verse 38. What is the original context, the original meaning of that Bible verse? Does it go along with giving or not? Let's look at what Bible says. Because Bible needs to answer Bible. We must be able to do the exegesis and be able to interpret it hermeneutically. Let's interpret Gospel of Luke chapter 6 verse 38 properly and in context. In context, not out of context. So Bible says, give and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaking together, and running over, shall men give unto you, unto your bosom. For with the same measure that ye met with it, shall it be measured to you again. What is the original meaning, original text, original context of that Bible verse? You can't just pick a text and be running with it. You have to see the surroundings, because the life of a text is in that surroundings of that context. So the common interpretation of the book of Luke chapter 6 verse 38 is, many people reduce this verse to give money and you will get money back. So the more you give, the more you get. Is it right or is it wrong? This is too narrow and often misleading. So let's see the hermeneutical key, that is the context. You have to know, you have to start. Jesus is the one talking there. He was the one speaking, teaching, preaching. So therefore, for you to know what Jesus is saying there, you start from verse 27 to 37 before you go to 38. These surrounding verses talks about when Jesus was talking from verse 27 to 37 of the book of Luke chapter 6. He was talking about loving your enemy. He was talking about doing good to others. He was talking about lending without expecting in return. That is, helping without expecting in return. Mercy, give forgiveness, and generosity. That's what Jesus was preaching in that day. That if you do all these things to others, they will also do likewise to do. If you don't do it to others, they will not do it to you. So many of us now reduce it to money, material things. So the theme is a lifestyle. Jesus is teaching us a lifestyle of generosity and mercy, not financial investment. What give really means? What does give really means in that text and that context? Gifts include mercy. You give mercy, you give forgiveness, you give kindness, you give love, you give generosity, including generosity, but not limited. That generosity not limited to money. as many of us are using today, give and it shall be given unto you. The more you sow, the more you reap. This is about your overall postures towards others, how you need to relate to others in terms of kindness, love, forgiveness. So the measure principle, Jesus now took them to a marketplace. That is, with the same measure, it shall be measured to you. What you do to others, that's what they are going to do to you. If you are bad to them, they will be bad to you. So this is a reciprocity. It's a reciprocity principle. It's a law of take, give, and take. How you treat others, how you give, how you show mercy, that same standard comes back to you. So the cultural principle or illustration powerful. Jesus took them to the marketplace because Jesus talks in parable. He talks about pressure dam, that is no empty place. Shake together, that is maximum capacity. Shaking together, maximum capacity. He also talks about running over, that is overflowing in abundance. So picture grains being packed tightly into a container. If you want to buy grains of maize, grains of beans, so you have to pack it together so that it will be running. There will be no space. The one you give, it is one you are going to be receiving. So meaning God in return is full. God's returns is abundant, overflowing. So what is the important details? Shall men give unto your bosom? This shows God often uses people as channels of blessings. The return may come through human relationship, not directly through heaven. So that's why he's telling you that you have to have a good relationship. You have to forgive, because somebody that God wants to use will be somebody that you are not greeting. You have hatred for. So therefore, you have to have a good human relationship. How does this verse? What does this verse not teaching? This verse is not teaching, not a prosperity formula. This verse is not give to get rich. This verse is not manipulating God. You can't manipulate God. You can't give to get rich. It's not about prosperity formula. What is actually this verse teaching? It's teaching about life of generously. You need to live generously. You need to show mercy freely. You need to give without selfish motive. You need to ensure a corresponding return, because giving is a lifestyle. Measure standard used towards other. Return abundant and overflowing. Channel, that is other true people. So in terms of spiritual application, if you give kindness, you receive kindness. If you give mercy, you receive mercy. If you give forgiveness, you receive forgiveness. If you give generosity, that means you also receive generosity. So in final conclusion, the book of Luke chapter 6 verse 38. The book of Luke chapter 6 verse 38 is not about getting rich. Oh, if you bring 10,000, you will receive 20,000. God is not doing betting. It's not about try your luck. So it's not about you will bring 10,000, you get 20,000. If that is the case, I don't need to work. I have to be giving to the house of God. Maybe I give 10,000. Next time I will receive 20,000. I will take the 20,000 there. That God will now give me 40,000. No, it's not about that. It is about living generously and trusting that God will return that same spirit generosity back to you in abundance. You live generosity in terms of kindness, in terms of mercy, in time of forgiveness, in time of generosity. So you do that towards others, and you don't expect it from them. You expect it from God. God says, if you, just human being, knows how to give all these things to your children, to your people, to your friends, to your family, how much more God in heaven will not bless you with heavenly blessings? Not material things. It will bless you with heavenly blessing. Therefore, the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 38, is not about money making. Give and it shall be given. It's not about material things. It's talking about how you need to live your life. God bless you. God be with you. In the capability of God's ability, you are the next to testify in Jesus' name. Shalom.